Oh, I do it manually now. Hello, everyone. It's 3:11 on the East Coast. I thought I'd go live. Got some stuff to share, and I won't be able to go live until like the end of the week or the weekend next week. So I thought, do it now, take a break. I was out delivering, and it was a good morning, but I thought I'd take a break in the middle of the afternoon. And I'm going to head out for a few more hours. And then I'm going to call it a day early today. I don't want to be out there tonight. It looked like it was going to rain before. And I don't want to be stuck in the rain. I'd rather just go out another couple hours and stay home and push forward online and all the other good stuff. Hello, guys, who's ever around. Got stuff to share. Got a really good GrubHub story to share. And I'm going to share my stats for the week from the 10th up until, I guess, today. I'm not finished, though. I did keep track of everything. So I thought I would do it now because I'm going to be a viewer on the go. I'm going to be watching all the videos I've missed the past few days. But Friday, I did watch one video. And I watched C. Chelly, SEE space CHEELI 1. I've been watching her. I've been following her, and she shared a sad story about losing one of her YouTube friends that does videos. I'll look up that one. That, is very sad. She took her own life, and it's real people. These live streams, that's something I wanted to discuss even before I saw that video. Live streams are very dangerous. You have to understand you're building a community. You do make friends. And, I've learned that a lot of people that watch my channel, I say at least 40% of them, I'll say half, 50%, are from Long Island, are from New York. Well, there's a huge chance that we will meet someday or do business together. I mean, live streams can be very dangerous. And I also wanted to add that no matter what names I see in the chats, I always think it could be another YouTuber pretending to be someone else. It could be someone that I know that I don't associate with in my world, but they are communicating with me via the web. It always crosses my mind. It's never not there. So live streams are real. It's a real serious business. A lot of things I learned that I never took into consideration. So whoever you are watching, thanks for joining in. I know it's an odd time on a Sunday. People are probably making a lot of money today, and I'm going to head out and make a few more. But I do want to discuss a few things. Since we got that long intro out of the way, all the stuff that came to mind. I watched the video BZ Friday when I took a break, and I went back out. And that's another thing. I'm getting off track, but that's another good story. But I'll start with BZ. BEEZEE. Check out his channel. I think it's AKA Black Love, something like that. He's very good. But he did share a story about, I believe it was a GrubHub delivery person delivered an order, and it was raining, and they weren't using the bag that they supply. So the customer called up GrubHub, and I believe the person got deactivated. Well, it's raining, it's kind of damp, it's kind of cold, you're delivering hot food, you should use the bags. I mean, they gave me a bag. It could be a pizza bag, it's huge. And then I have the regular one. You got to use your bags, folks. I really don't understand why someone would think not to use a bag. I just don't get it. Even if it's salads or, something cold, ice creams, it still keeps it insulated and cold. That's a good thing. So, you got to be really careful. Oh, and I wrote this down because I didn't want to go back and watch the video again. They complained about no bag and that it was raining and that the car was messy. I don't blame the customer. Hello from Texas. Clay G. Thanks for your tip of having a little battery pack. It has been a total lifesaver. Oh, this I just plugged in. It's happened to me a few times that I don't know why the adapter in my car, sometimes I plug it in the wrong one and it's not charging the phone. My old phone used to go dead all the time. And this really came in handy. It gave me like 2 more hours of life. You're welcome. It's good. You need a battery. I know it's something so simple. Between $5 to $10, you get a really good battery. It'll last a long time. It's a great backup. Just to get you over the hurdles till you can plug your phone in again and charge it up. Oh, totally. You're so welcome. Thank you. I'm happy you joined in. Thank you very much, Clay G. So, BZ's right. That story, unbelievable. I don't blame the customer for calling up GrubHub and complaining. Do you? I don't. So you should go check out his channel because he does a good job. Okay. Then another thing I want to share is I want to speak to Terry S. And I know she watches at least half my videos. And I'm going to speak about Get Upside. Terry S. I got really excited. And I don't mind when someone tells me I made a mistake instead of pretending like I didn't. She told me that you'll never earn enough to get free gas. She told me to read the fine print and Get Upside. And she said it will never go down below 50 cents. But if I could get down to 50 cents a gallon. So I'm going to keep reading the frequently asked questions in the help center because she pointed out that I was wrong. I was promoting that, I could get free gas, and I could do this, I could do that. No, it don't work that way. You do save a lot of money if you work it. And I hit 40 referrals. I am so excited. And today I gave out a card to a guy that was downloading the app right in front of me. I hope he used my code. I hope he understood. I said, use my code. And then when you start using it, you get a code and you pass your code along. And then I showed him the referrals. And he was like, oh, I said, you earned bonuses. I said, I paid $2.03 for gas. And he was like, what? I was like, yeah. And I showed him the referrals that I have. And right now, I hit 40 direct referrals, and I still have 5 indirect. But that'll change. If I keep plugging along, that will eventually change. So I hope he follows lead. He was really nice. And he was like, wow, you do. There's a delay. Oh, well, I just don't know what else to say. There's a delay. He was like, you do GrubHub and Uber Eats? I was like, yeah. And I showed him my phone. And, I was like, yeah, those are the apps. That's what I do. I do it to earn extra income. I'm sorry about the delay, but I'm halfway through and I want to get through it. Whoever joined in, thank you so much. I'm happy you find it interesting. The car. I can't believe there's this much of a delay. Hopefully it'll come back. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, took a break in the middle of the afternoon because I was on a roll. And then I had 3 apps on and it just stopped. So I treated myself to Good Bagels. I went to the Good Bagel store. I got their sun-dried tomato and dill cream cheese. And I bought a little thing of scallion cream cheese. And I got a few real pumpernickel bagels. Very, very good. A little treat for today and tomorrow. But my car, Friday, I uploaded a video saying that having a flat tire was a minor inconvenience because I didn't have to panic to get it fixed. I just went down the street. I said, can you take me? If not, I'll put air in it and I'll come back. And all it needed was a plug, and I didn't panic, and I didn't have to rush, and I didn't have to call a job to let them know I was going to be late. And when I was done fixing the tire, when they were done fixing the tire, the mechanics, I turned on the apps and I went back to work. Nice and easy, no stress. So I was really happy about that. The same day, Friday, I start doing deliveries. And it was like 2 hours after I got my tire fixed. Like, what the hell is that noise? You know, boom, 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 boom. So I pull over. I said, oh, it must be the stuff in my trunk. So I moved everything. I have a cart thing, and I have a lounge chair, and I have bags for my work. I moved everything. I'm like, okay, it probably was leaning the wrong way, bouncing. No. So I get to my last drop off of the day, during the day. And I looked at the muffler. I said, oh, I bet you it's a muffler. So before I walked in and picked up the last order to go drop it off, and the muffler was really, all I had to do was touch it. It wasn't secured. So on the way home, I called up my mechanic. He's like, yeah, Michelle, what's up? Like, you were just here. I was like, I think my muffler's loose. It's bouncing around. So again, a minor inconvenience. He was like, come on in. I called him about 5. Again, I was so grateful. They gave me a temporary fix. They took this thick wire, and he said it has to have a little give. He goes, it's a temporary fix. And come in next week and we'll mold on a piece of steel. It's rusted, but there's nothing wrong with the muffler, Michelle. And I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, sure. I'll come by one day next week. So since it's holding it, I'm going to ask him if can I wait a week and then next week get another oil change because I'm driving the car a lot, and it'll be good for July because I was going to bring it in the first week of July anyway for an oil change and a checkup because I'm going to New Jersey and I'm traveling. And I asked him how long the tires have. And he said, maybe 6 months. And I said, probably 3 months because I'm driving the car a lot. And if I'm going to keep the car at least another 6 months to a year, I'd rather get tires now and enjoy them. I'll just get a cheap pair, but they'll still be new. And it'll hold me over until I get an updated car. So that's the plan. See, things happen. And I was like, oh, it could have been something major, and it wasn't. I don't want to put any major money into this car, but if it needs a couple of bucks to hold me over another 6 months, I'm going to do it. I'm so happy my videos helped you. That's great. Always have a battery in your car or in your purse. Comes in handy. That is for sure. So that was very strange on Friday, how I had to go back to the mechanic again and again and again, you know. So I discussed BZ. I discussed the car. Oh, the story about GrubHub. Oh, get this. I find this so strange. I did a video a couple of weeks ago sharing that I gave a place a shout out. It's called Spuds. It's Kitty Joint. They sell a lot of pizza, chicken fingers, French fries, like 20 or 30 different kind of fries, seasoning. That's the kind of joint it is. It's a place for teenagers, a place for kids. And I was going to call. GrubHub sent me an offer. Again, I was only a town and a half away. It wasn't a real long haul because I went on the side of the main road. It was a nice drive. And like 3 minutes away, they called me. I was like, oh, I should have called. I bet you they're canceling the order. So it's GrubHub, and they say, are you on your way? Are you, almost there? And I was like, yeah, I am almost there. I said, I should be there in a few minutes. She goes, oh, okay, thank you. That was it. It was bizarre. So now I should have checked to see if the restaurant was open. Now it's in a place where parking's very hard. So I don't mind parking down the street. I was like a block and a half down, but a short block and a half, and it was a beautiful day. You take a spot when it's easy. And I parked, and right when I parked, GrubHub called me again. And they said, sorry, we want to inform you that the restaurant is closed. I was like, what? I was like, I just pulled up. She goes, oh, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. The restaurant is closed. Have a nice day. But because I wasn't all the way at the restaurant, I just made a little turn to head back home. I turned on Uber Eats and I got really lucky. 2 minutes away from that location, I got a 9 and change payout of Uber Eats, and it was a very short drop off. I got really lucky. But isn't that strange how they called me? I was almost there. She was like, okay, sounds good. When I parked my car, they called me again to tell me that the restaurant closed. Is that payback for not taking $3.95 orders? I turned down a lot on Friday. They were sending me really low offers. I did better with Uber Eats. And I was playing around with the apps once I got out there because I had car trouble in the morning and late in the afternoon. But I still swung in a bunch of deliveries and made some money. So I thought that was really strange. So now I do that Uber Eats order, then GrubHub rings me again. And it's in a Subway in Freeport, and this has happened before. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. Yeah, it was 3:30 in the afternoon. I go to the Subway, and the Subway is closed. And I'm like, maybe it's a holiday that I'm not aware of. There's a lot of different kind of people out there. Maybe this place closes for an hour during the day. That's happened before with that Subway. So I call up GrubHub. Oh, we chat. And I click restaurant closed, so they offer the chat. And then they take care of it. Meanwhile, while I'm on chat, I already accepted an Uber Eats order down the street in Freeport because I didn't want to lose time. I didn't want to lose money. And during that whole time, that's when I realized my muffler was hanging and I needed to get there. So then I got one more order from GrubHub after that Uber Eats. They're just so strange, And then I went to get my muffler fixed. But the point is, Spuds and that one Subway, keep a mental note. Whenever I get orders from those two restaurants again, from any of the apps, I'm calling up to make sure that they're open. I'm calling up to make sure that they're open. I'm not going to waste my time. I thought that was very strange. I should have went down the block, all the way down, the block and a half to see if they were really closed. Because that was so bizarre how they called me. I was literally 3 minutes away. And then I couldn't believe there was a spot. I saw a spot and I made sure I grabbed it. I said, I'll walk a block and a half. It's easier than driving around looking for a spot. I'm not lazy. I want the exercise. And then the moment I parked and I turned off the key, they called again. And they told me that the restaurant was closed. Sorry for the inconvenience. Friday, I turned down one of them because I don't want to deliver. There's 2 places out of hundreds of restaurants in Nassau County. There are 2 restaurants that I do not and will not deliver for. They messed with me. One messed with me, and one gave me a chip on their shoulder constantly. And after the 3rd time, I said, screw them. Let someone else deliver their food. I don't have to deliver. I'm an independent contractor. I don't have to do it. Is that punishment? And then I said no to $4 and under offers. Why would someone do that? That's not worth my time. That's not worth anybody's time. So that's a really good story to tell you. I'm keeping a mental note. If I ever get an offer from the Spuds or Subway or Freeport, the one that I'm speaking about, there's 2 of them in Freeport. I'm calling to make sure that they're opened. Why waste the time? I mean, at least I was coming back home and I thought I was going to end my day. But that's when I realized it was my muffler and I had to go down the street anyway. But I stayed close to home. I just found that very strange. Would a company do that? Are they that vindictive? You know, that was bizarre. It was almost as if they did it on purpose. What's wrong with you? So that's really good to share with you. And then I'll share my stats. And then I'm going to hit the road. I had something to eat. I'm going to make another cup of coffee. I'm going to go out because I really want to be home tonight. I don't want to work. I had a good week. I didn't push it to hit the $900 like I did last time. I just had too much to do, but I still had a decent week. I definitely hit $500. After today, I already hit 500. So I figured I'll make another 50, 60 more. And then that'll do it. Monday the 10th, I'm going to do it quick. I kept stats like I did last time. People like stats. They love the stats. GrubHub, I made $78.90. Monday the 10th. Postmates, I made $20.52. $2 cash tip. I made $101.42. I did 12 trips, and I only drove 58 miles. That's a really good day. 58 miles, and I made $101. That's good. Under 60 miles, that's really good. Tuesday, not every day was great, guys. Last night, oh my God, when I get there, you'll understand. Tuesday the 11th, Postmates, I made $65.84. GrubHub, I made $22.07. And cash, I made $4. And then, for some reason, I had an itch. And I turned it on, and I had a close delivery. I made another $12.49 with GrubHub. And then on Uber Eats, when I check my stats at the end of the day, I write everything down, on the calendar like that. Somebody gave me a $4.07 tip. And then on Postmates, I got another $4.24 tip. So Tuesday, I made $112.71. And I did 11 trips. But I didn't write down my mileage. I don't know why. I'm very sorry. Can't remember everything every day, I don't know why I didn't write down the mileage. Wednesday the 12th. Postmates, I made $12.18. GrubHub, $20.98. Uber Eats, $15.08. And cash, I made $5. I made $53.24. I didn't do a lot. I just did some. I did 6 trips and I drove 38 miles. But I was doing other stuff. I went to the gym that day. I was doing work online. Thursday, I had another short day. Postmates, $13.02. GrubHub, $40.63. I made $53.65. I drove 43 miles and did 5 trips. That's average. That's cool. Friday, yesterday, I did GrubHub, $33.29. Uber Eats, $37.61. Postmates, $23.77. And cash. This was a good week for cash. There are weeks I make no cash. Usually it's on the apps. But that's cool. I made $12 in cash in tips. That's really impressive. Cash, I made $5. I made $99.67. I did 11 trips, 85 miles, 11 trips, and I drove 85 miles. Yesterday sucked. I had stuff to do online, and I was spackling. I had to. I had to take action. I did it first thing in the morning. So I didn't go out until last night, and I just had to end it really quick. It was a struggle. It's weird because whenever I go on Uber Eats or GrubHub, they tell me before I even place an order if the restaurant is open or not. I have an Indian restaurant that closes between 3:30 and 5:30. Oh, you mean just for a little while, then they reopen again at 5:30? So as the customer, I already know who is open and who is closed or not accepting orders. That's what I mean. It sounds so bizarre. It was as if they were getting mad at me. I said no to 4 that were really low payouts, and I said no to 1 that was right off the start of the day. Sorry, you played whatever game with me, and I'm not serving you food. I don't have to. I'm not an employee. I'm an independent contractor. I'm a freelancer. Maybe that's why that Subway, because I think they're very nice women. It's mainly women. They're Indian women. I'm going to ask them next time because I'm a customer there. Because I learned about them from doing Uber Eats and GrubHub, and they're so nice that I go to the other side of town that once a month when I'm in the mood for a Subway and I use a coupon. Because there's a Subway right down the street, but I don't like that one. I will drive an extra 5 minutes if I like a place. And the staff is great. I didn't know that about their religion, their custom, their ways. Wow. I will ask them. Really? That's not my experience. That's happened with Uber Eats when I used to have I used to do stuff after work on that side of a main strip. And there was a restaurant closed on a Sunday. They had no idea. The tablets are not shut off. If the restaurant doesn't shut off their tablet, they don't know. One time, a Subway, it was right before I asked for the 3rd time, can they please change my region? Or I was going to stop doing GrubHub because I wasn't happy. I didn't want to be in that area anymore. That they didn't even have that tablet connected. And they wanted to look at my phone and start making an order. And I was like, no, I don't get paid for that. And it was a large order. And I was like, no. And she gave me an attitude. And I did a video about that. Someone on GrubHub's end didn't follow through. They didn't do their job to make sure that the tablet was hooked up properly, that it was in working order for the restaurant. I don't help people. It was like I should have been a Subway employee. I wasn't doing that. Wow. So that's happened here, Kathleen. So now, I don't need the glasses right now. Last night, I do my thing. I was spackling. Then I cleaned up a little bit because I'm making a mess. I live in a small space. But I really want to, I'm updating my whole home slowly. And that's what this year is going to be about into the year 2020. So when I'm in the mood, I was like, I'm in the mood. Let me hit those last couple of spots. Let me do what I got to do here. So I didn't go out until like 6:30 last night. And it was horrible. I hated it. I finally had to end it. And I went food shopping. And then I found out the one food store that I like to go to at 10:15 at night. And they're usually open till 11. I'll tell you that story in a minute. Let me finish telling you my stats. Oh my God. For a faraway place, you would be better off calling to make sure they are open, not fair. Oh yeah. This wasn't really far. And you know, the last time that happened, that they didn't have the food, because unless you're a steady customer, you would never know that they make these beautiful fresh salads. I looked at the order and it said chicken fingers and French fries. And I was like, oh, they have that. There's no way they don't have that. That's their kind of food. Pizza, French fries, chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, it's all kiddie stuff, you know. Kids love that kind of stuff. They have a popcorn machine, a cotton candy machine. They have a couple of games, all weird chairs, dirty floor, but it's a teenage joint. And they sell candies and whatnot. You know, it's that kind of place. So yeah, I don't know why. Every place could be different. You're in New Jersey. So I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah, it's stuff we shouldn't eat all the time because it's high cholesterol. I used to eat that stuff day and night when I worked at two places, sports bars, pub style places, and I used to eat fried food all the time. That's so bad. Once in a while, like today, I treated myself to bagels and cream cheese. Once in a while, they're very addicting. But the sun-dried tomato and dill cream cheese on a pumpernickel bagel, it was so good. I loved it. Oh, I loved every bite. And real pumpernickel, you could smell it out of the bag before you even open the bag. It's a really good place. You eat it very little, but I love it. That's for sure. Fried food, no good. So yesterday, okay, let me finish. Yesterday, I go out about 6:30. You know, it was more like 7. I went to Staples first because I bought thick paper to make more cards to promote the Get Upside app. Postmates, I did this order. First, I started with GrubHub. I made $31, and Postmates, I did $12.79. I gave up. I went food shopping and learned. I'll tell you that in a second. I'm getting too far ahead of myself. I did GrubHub, and then Postmates rang me. I was working the apps, and that's how it worked out. So I shut off GrubHub, shut off Uber Eats, and I went into the Postmate pickup. Oh, GrubHub, they sent me to that rich area, the Hewlett Bay area. Oh, at least this time the kid gave me $2. Last time the father didn't tip me. Hour and a half of my time, didn't give me a tip. Anyway, the rich man didn't tip me. I remember that video. The rich man didn't tip me. But the kid did. The kid gave me $2. I had to go to a mall that's more like the city mall. Like people from the city, the West, go to this mall. It's a lot larger than the mall I was at today for Postmates, for the Apple's pickup. And thank God I knew where it was. It was a Chipotle pickup. And because I knew where it was, no big deal. But I couldn't get out of that area. It took 20 minutes just to get down the road to make a right. They sent me to Queens, the borderline. I was in Floral Park. I went down Brook Boulevard, Hook, whatever. I went all the way down, and it brought me into Elmont. And I'm going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh, at least halfway there was no traffic. It wasn't worth it. Then I zipped home, and I just had it. I did one more order of GrubHub on the way home. They rang me. The place, it was a burger joint down the place from the food store. So I took it, and it was a close drop-off. When you just feel it was too hard of a struggle, I was so sure I was going to make $100. I could have stayed out. It just didn't feel right. So I was like, hey, I was going to go to the food store tomorrow. I'll stop there tonight when nobody's there. I was just there 2 Saturdays ago. That place was open until 11 o'clock. Even before it was this Best Market, one town away in Merrick, it was a Wall Bombs, and I used to run in there late at night. 11 o'clock. It was always open till 11 o'clock. They're closing at 10 now. So I'm not knowing. I didn't hear any noise. I didn't hear any announcement. I walked in. I was like, oh, it's so quiet here today. Great time to come. I zipped right in. I walk up to the deli. I'm like, the deli's closed. I was like, oh, maybe they're changing their hours. Some places close the deli like an hour before the store closes. So I go, okay, switch it up. I bought some food. I bought fried chicken tenders. I bought a package of grilled chicken. I bought some Mediterranean salads, prepared stuff. I was like, oh, good, that'll be food for the next few days. Think of potato salad. Then I go grab coffee. That coffee on sale, the big Maxwell House things for $5.97. I buy 2. And I went to go get creamer. That's all I needed. I just needed a little bit of food, prepared food. I didn't cry that the deli wasn't open. And all of a sudden I hear, ma'am, the store's closed. And I'm like, closed? And I'm like, what do you mean closed? I walked right in here. And I even said hello to people, workers that were leaving, the deli kid. But I figured a lot of stores do that. The deli closes a little earlier than the store because it takes a long time to close that up. It's a lot of work. And the kid was like, oh, hi, how are you, ma'am? So I got really lucky that it just happened. And what did I do with that receipt? Oh, right here. I'm going to write a review tonight about this kid, Dorrit, and that other kid, I have his name. Professional, took care of the problem. I'm not closed yet. Do you have a card? It's not an inconvenience, ma'am. It happens. We did announce it. I said, I walked right in. I'm so sorry. I was just here 2 weeks ago. This store has always been open till 11 o'clock. He goes, well, we just changed our hours. And I'm like, oh my God, really? So thank God, at least I know that, because I'm someone who likes to run into a store, and it's a small store that you can just grab what you want. You don't have to walk a mile just to get what you need. So, bigger is not always better. So now there's only really 2 stores on either side of me. Well, the store across the street, they have a deli. I could go there for basic stuff, but I like buying prepared food from this Best Market. So that was strange, very strange. I'm a little sad that they're closing earlier, but I guess there's no business. I guess it's not worth it, you know. Oh, Aranka. Hello, Aranka. Aranka. I tested out my theory with my Fitbit. I'm going to start doing writing tonight. I already started doing a little writing. I shouldn't lie to you. It takes time. I'm building that page, and I'll let you know when I'm done. And I'll let you know how I have it all set up that I earn points while I'm Fitbitting. I earn points because I went to the gym and I timed in, checked in through Foursquare. And then the gym gives you points. Oh, I'm putting it all together so you can follow it and read it. And then I'm going to do a short video. Yeah, it is awesome. Make yourself a money-making machine. No matter what you do, a lot of little things add up to a lot. But I'm so sad because now I'm not much of a stop and shop person. I wish the stores I like to go to were closer. But unless I'm in that area, it's just too far. You know, that's always been my to-go-to place over the years, even when it was Wall Bombs. It's a great location in Merrick. It's just a great location. That's why whoever puts a store there will succeed. It's a great location. And it's a small store, and I like that. So I think I rambled on enough. Hello, Aranka. I wear mine all day. I hear you, but now you're going to learn how you're going to earn points. And I figured out how it works. I got to make a video, and I'm going to use my digital camera, make it like a 1 to 2 minute video, just showing people how any information you retrieve from your Fitbit, how you have to open up the apps for them to take the information from the Fitbit app. That's why it's easier to do a recording. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to upload it to the other channel. But I will inform you when the page is done so you can follow lead and really sit down and read each step. But it worked. It worked, and it's worth it. Why not earn? It's not going to make you $1 million, but a lot of little things add up to a lot. Thanks for joining in, Aranka. And Kathleen K., I guess every area is different. At least once a week that happens. A restaurant is closed. But that Spud's place, I just find that very strange how they called me. And they're like, oh, you're almost there? And then when I parked, they called me again and said, oh, the restaurant's closed. That's bizarre. I think it is. After lunch. Hello from rainy Florida. Hello, David R. What's going on? David, do you deliver? Do you work the food delivery app gig jobs? I took a break for lunch and a breather because it looked like it was going to rain. But, it still looks like it's going to rain. But now the sun came out again. So I thought I'd go out for a little bit longer, at least hit $100 for today. It is Sunday. but I'm not staying out all night. This week, I'm going to be a daytime person this week. Maybe one night I'll suck it up and go out a few hours. I have a couple of meetups to go to about internet marketing. It's time to be around people more often that we have relevant interests. It's time to take baby steps. And it happens to have a couple of meetups this week, and I'm really very happy about that. I'm looking forward to that because you never know where I might lead you. I have something of value to show now. Someone might want to hire me. You never know. They already asked me to speak at a WordPress. So either July or August, I'm going to speak and show what I created using WordPress and how I'm building a business using the WordPress content management system. I'm on a break now. Aranka. You're on a break now. Are you doing deliveries? I thought you had a Monday through Friday job. You do Instacart and Shipt. Oh, you a little go-getter. Wow, how do you do with that? That's very interesting. You message my Facebook. Oh, I'll take a look after this. While I'm making coffee for my next trip out, I'll take a look at that. Okay, no problem. Yeah, you got to take a break. I could have pushed it, but then I had a couple of things to do. I wanted to take a break. It's good to walk away. I mean, but the opportunity's there on a Sunday. But then in my area, for like 10 minutes, all of a sudden, not one app rang me, 10 to 15 minutes. And I went, I'm going to take my lunch break now. That means nothing's going on right now. It'll get busy again in the evening. People out and about, and it is, it is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to anyone who's a papa. I think about my father every day. So, I mean, he's not with us anymore, but he's thought of every day. I even said, are we going to make a lot of money today, Tony? Because, they're watching. I figured Father's Day. And then I got that order, the Postmates to the Apple store. I uploaded 2 videos, guys. Let me tell you what they are. You forget the titles so quickly. Hold on a second. I'll be right there. Hold on a second. Let's see if this opens up. On the fast side. Of course, it's going to take a moment. Hold on. I did one about the bags. Are you GrubHub? No, oh yeah. I ordered Uber Eats. 2 dummies talking to each other. Wow, someone didn't like my video. Postmates, $14 bonus. Why would someone not like that? I have no idea. It's a bonus. They said don't take jobs unless they offer a bonus. They did. One title is Heads Up Uber Eats, Food for Thought. Because I delivered to this customer and he went, GrubHub? Like I ordered from GrubHub? Like he got confused. And I was like, no, Uber Eats. You did order Uber Eats, right? And he was like, oh, yeah. I ordered Uber Eats. I was like, this guy uses all the services because I had a GrubHub bag. I didn't have an Uber Eats bag. So now I'm doing an Uber Eats order, but meanwhile, I'm using a GrubHub bag. That's bad for Uber Eats. I mean, I'm using another competitor's bag to keep an Uber Eats order hot, but then it's counterproductive because the customer's going, GrubHub? Maybe that customer wasn't aware of GrubHub. Some customers could be like, what's GrubHub? I order from Uber Eats. Or I order from, I have a Postmates bag. But if it's a big order, I use the GrubHub bags. GrubHub's smart. They give you bags. They get their name in front of everybody I deliver to. I use their bags. They're good bags. And the next one was the next video, Postmates, $14 bonus. And someone already gave it a thumbs down. I don't know why. I delivered, I say $1,000 worth of Apple products to this home. And when she opened the door, she was like, is it the iPhone? The new iPhone? And I was like, maybe somebody ordered it for her. And I was like, oh, ma'am, there's a lot of things in this bag. There's a lot of, she was like, oh, thank you so much. Like someone treated her. That's crazy. I was like, wow, I wish I opened up my door and got $1,000 worth of Apple products. She was like, oh, thank you. She was a little taken back. Like when she opened the door, she was like, can I help you? Like, hi, can I help you? And I was like, oh, I'm Postmates. And I had the product in the Postmates bag. And she was like, oh, the new iPhone? Like, this happens to me all the time. Somebody sent me something. God, I wish I could live like that. And of course, they lived on the water. And when you pulled up to their beautiful turning driveway in the middle, one of those curved driveways, in the middle was all rocks and stones and trees with waterfalls and lights. I was like, yeah, for decorative for their yard. It was very peaceful. I pulled up right in front of it and you hear all the water. I mean, it's like right there. I was like, oh boy. Ordering Apple products from Postmates. Yep. Prepaid, confirmed everything, and said, thanks for delivering our products. She was expecting the new iPhone. There was a ton of stuff. I said in the video, it was a handful of things. I was like, God, that's got to be $1,000 worth of merchandise. Too funny. Okay. Always have to check new summer hours. Kathleen K. Oh, for restaurants. Oh, yeah. That's thank you. You're right. Different seasons, different hours. Absolutely. Good tip. Thank you. Oh, thank you, David. I'm happy you appreciate them. That's great. Many times I give shout outs. I share information. I'm someone in the field. So when things happen, I like to share the information. Just recently, I did buy stock in Uber Eats, and I was rethinking that this week, and I'm like, if I want Uber Eats to succeed, I got to focus more on them. And the other apps are going to have to be secondary because I want the company that I invested in, and I plan on investing more eventually. I want them to succeed. But when you're in the field and you're doing the job, things like this happen. Like there's so many strange things that happen and good tips that, you know what? Maybe some of the things are strange, but they're tips. They are very important tips. I find it very interesting that you work for Instacart and Shipt. I don't want to shop for people. I like the way I went and picked up that order. When I first saw that, I went, Apple? I'm not shopping at an Apple store. Order was already done. All I had to do was pick it up, confirm. They sent whoever they sent to me with the product. I said, thanks for delivering our product. And they disappeared. And I delivered their products. The woman was so happy. She was like, is it the new iPhone? No, I don't know. I really, now I know. But, at the moment I didn't. I just took a quick screenshot. I figured I would use it in the video. Got it. Yeah. Thank you, Kathleen. You're right. And thank you, David. Hey, Aranka. Okay, guys, I think I babbled on long enough, and I wanted to do it today because I have a very busy week coming up, and I probably won't go live until next weekend. And it's because I want to upload. I want to do a lot of content writing, and I want to upload videos to my other channels too. So again, I will keep stats of my week and everything going on because people love listening to that. I love learning about, some people go, I don't want to tell you how much I make. You know what? If you're working it, you generally have an idea of how much I make. And some people just find it interesting. And Even when I do it part-time, this is a great way to earn extra income. And right now it's main income. If I stick it out a few more hours, I had a $550 week, and that was a low week. I just couldn't do everything I wanted to do, but I also had a few things fixed with my car. I worked online. I'm working on my home. That's a pretty good paycheck considering I'm continuing to move forward. But now it's time to really succeed online. It's time to take the business up to the next level. It's time to level it up, Got to level it up because I want to just do this part-time. And I'm waiting for across the street to find out what restaurant's going to open up across the street. I heard it was Taco Bell. I'll be a really happy person if Taco Bell opens up across the street. That would be incredible. Now, that would be a great side gig. That would be a really great side gig. Guys, thanks for joining in. It was a real pleasure. They have delivery only at some stores when you only have to deliver and not shop. With Instacart, they have delivery only at some stores where you only have to deliver. Oh, not shop for it. You just pick up. Really, see, I would have been really good with that with Instacart. Just pick up. Oh, maybe I should apply for that. Can you just apply for that? Just to pick up? Because I'm good at that. Oh, I got to look into that. I would just pick up and deliver. I'd be more than happy to do that, but I don't want to shop. Oh, thank you, David R. Thank you very much. I'm going to find out about that. Well, maybe I could do that here. Just be a pickup and delivery person for Instacart. I will look into that. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And yes, you too, Kathleen. Guys, it was a real pleasure. Remember, keep all your stats. Keep your stats. G means gym. W means walk outside. It's all balanced. It's a balanced lifestyle. Healthy, healthy. Okay, guys. And I'll be in touch, Aranka. Enjoy the rest of your break. And I will be in touch, Aranka. Have a good one, folks. Thanks a lot for joining in. Make a lot of money this week, guys. A lot of money. Everybody make money. See you later. Bye. Nice to meet you, David. Bye.